Okay, my name's Zakashi, guys, and in this video here we're going to be talking about chrono crystals, man. Now if you don't know, earlier this year I made this video, I'll put it on the screen right now, where I actually said I'm going to save to 50,000 chrono crystals so that I can get my favorite unit, the unit I'm anticipating the most, Ultra VEGITO Blue. And right now I'm at 31,000 chrono crystals. And the only reason I'm at 31,000 chrono crystals is actually because I've been spending my CC, and I'm not gonna lie, I've been folding for content. I'm not gonna lie, the saving part is actually very, very easy, but as a content creator, I want to make content and I don't want to be in dry periods until the end of the year. So I spend a few CCs, and depending on my luck, I would have to go deeper than I might want to. Recently I've been getting a bit lucky, but we're going to talk about that in this video. So hopefully you guys are going to enjoy this video. If you haven't already, make sure to press the subscribe button, man. We're on this grind to 50,000 subscribers. But that's all I had to say for the intro, man. Let's get into the video now. Okay, so if we have a look at my box, I'd say I'm pretty lucky. I don't really get shafted. Whether I'm free to play or pay to win, whichever the choice, I'm not gonna say I'm free to play, even though I'm the most free to play guy you will ever meet. I usually get units in the first 13k stretching it if I'm quite unlucky, and then usually below that. So for example, Ultra Kid Boo I got in the first 6k, and I believe Boo Bros I got them in the first 10k. So it's not too bad, you know. It gets dark for a lot of people, and I understand that. I'm just fortunately not one of those guys. Maybe I have YouTuber rates. Do those exist? Hey, can't leak that information. But let's continue this video. If you look at my Ultra box, the only reason I don't have Ultra Broly, and probably someone's here like, oh, this guy's a whale and he doesn't have Ultra Broly. How does that work? Well, the thing is, I just haven't spent one chrono crystal on that banner. I have no interest in Ultra Broly. He hasn't been relevant at any point in time, really and truly, besides from his release. And outside of that, I just have no personal interest in Ultra Broly, so that's why I don't have him. Why I haven't spent one chrono crystal on his banner. Everybody else I've spent chrono crystals on. I'd say the most challenging unit to 14 star would probably have been Ultra Gogeta Blue, second to Kaioken. Everybody else has pretty much given me a way easier time, like an easy time, like to at least get one copy, easy time, and I'm happy for that. I know it gets dark for a lot of people, but hey, I'm just lucky, I guess. Even if we look at my Legends Limiteds, in most cases I'll get them pretty early on, and the only ones I don't have is simply because I didn't look for them. I've hated Dragon Fist from day one. Mech Freeze is a 1%, second form cells are 1%, Trunks is 1%, and LL17 I just skipped because I'm banking on the fact that I'm gonna get him in the 5th anniversary on the USS banner, which is almost guaranteed to come. So overall, I'm pretty much doing good. I'd say because I have a couple CC options that I'm going to talk about right now that I use, but depending on part 1 of the anniversary and my luck, I might actually still be able to hit 50k. But again, it's more so the fact that I'm summoning for content that has stopped me from doing it. But regardless of that fact, I'm going to be shooting for 50k and not going deep on banners that are not Fusion Warriors. But I do actually summon as a result of content, so just bear that in mind. Alright, so I feel like the biggest thing that people mention when they see my screen, whether I'm doing a video or I'm summoning, is the simple fact that I don't claim my missions. It's always like, Zach, why don't you claim your missions? The missions, you claim them, you should claim them. Claim your missions now. There's probably someone looking at these right now, right? And I'm just gonna look at you. You want me to claim them, don't you? But I'm not going to. And there's a reason for that. So not all my missions. So for example, the anniversary countdown ones, I'll claim these. These have no relevance, really and truly. They're not deep in terms of chrono crystals. These Goku Day ones, whatever, I'll get the tickets. But the only ones I really don't claim are the Z missions and the mission list. Now, the mission list doesn't affect me right now if I'm doing my Legends Pass, right? Or whatever it is, the Battle Pass. Mission Plan, that's what it's called. If I'm doing that, it doesn't really affect anything about my saving. But what I explained for my Z missions is that the Z missions do not expire. So for you guys that are under 20,000 chrono crystals, if you ever hit 20,000 chrono crystals, but even if you haven't, I'm going to explain right now, there's a chrono crystal cap when you get to 20,000 chrono crystals. So if I actually go to the shop, right, I go to the shop right now. Because I'm above 20,000 chrono crystals, I can't even buy real life chrono crystals with my real life money. So I'm just gonna press a random one and press purchase. You're gonna see this pop up. The maximum amount of 20,000 chrono crystals have been reached. Please use chrono crystals before purchasing more. And that doesn't only apply for the shop. It applies in some exchange shops too. For example, the Battle Royale. I don't have any at the moment, but I can't buy chrono crystals with my battle royale coins because I'm above. Look at here, I've got dual coins, but I can't buy 100 chrono crystals simply because I'm above the 20k. So not claiming your Z missions would allow you to stay at a lower amount. Knowing they're not going to expire, you can actually take advantage of the exchange shops while you're below 20k. Above 20k, you can't really do much because you're already above. But also the reason I don't claim the Z missions, because there might be a time where I just need a bulk, like for a unit that I'm really interested in. So I'm not going to worry about it. There's probably even like 3,000 chrono crystals just sitting in there off the missions alone. There's so many missions that give chrono crystals. For example, every time you kill a story mode. What else? There's the friendship ones in the more legends missions. There's the equipment ones. Those equipment ones are insane. The soul boosting ones, there's probably at least 3,000 chrono crystals there in the Z missions alone. So I'm actually pretty much stacked, which is why I always advise for people to not claim their Z missions. The rest of them, definitely go claim them. But you need to capitalize off the exchange shops when there's like dual coins, CC there, extreme battle royale, and clash raids. Chrono crystals are available in the exchange shops, and you won't be able to get them if you're actually above 20k like me. So it actually makes it much harder to save above 20k if you're not free to play. And the only way to pretty much save through that is by just doing missions, claiming your missions. So missions as in the mission section, claiming your missions, challenges through the actual battles and whatnot, and the first time clears. Then outside of that, you'd have to go pay to win P2W with the actual CC robots and the mission plan, the premium version. So yeah, it's much faster if you're doing it slightly pay to win, but if you're going full free to play, it's gonna be a rough time, man. It's gonna be a rough time. Outside of that, the only other thing I'd recommend to actually save your chrono crystals well, just don't press the summon button. A lot of people ask me any tips on actually saving. I keep spending my chrono crystals. Literally, do not press this button. There's no reason for you to press the button. Nothing's there that's really valuable besides obviously the units, and you don't want to summon, so there's no reason for you to be here unless there's like this banner that might be disappearing in 10 days where you gotta waste your tickets. Then there's no reason for you to really press it. Even on the Legends weekend, you shouldn't be doing those, shouldn't be doing discounts. These master pack tickets don't disappear. The guaranteed sparking one as well is not going to disappear, so there's no reason for you to actually visit this page if you're in a saving period. If you're trying to get your chrono crystals high, just hold on. Then hold on, don't press the summon button at all. You can press every other button in the game, but the summon button, there's literally no reason for you to press it. So that's the only advice I'll give you. Other than that, you shouldn't really spend your chrono crystals anywhere else. If you're spending on energy,
are you serious right now, bro?
I guess it gets like that. What? Are you serious, man? Let's think about it. Are you serious right now? Like, you're spending on energy? Are you paid to win to be spending CC on energy? Come on, man. Think about your life. Think about your gaming experience. So yeah, just don't press the summon button, and then you should be fine overall. That's the main thing I tell people, because outside of that, it's just self-control. So if you had self-control, you wouldn't be listening to this anyways. If I'm being honest, outside of that, you should be fine. Lastly, an update on my Fusion Warriors. I feel like the team's still perfect, to be honest. It's just not very much usable, so I use a different variation with Pan. It doesn't really make that much of a difference, but this is just a team that I subbed because I was going to use VB, but that didn't work out. I didn't have time for it. But yeah, Fusion Warriors is pretty neat. I just hope that Ultra VEGITO Blue is either red or green. I wouldn't really mind either or, but red is more favorable in my opinion. I feel like they need a red, and there's 2 Zenkai buffers that Fusion Warrior, which would make him just a beast off rip. I feel like when units drop and they have good Zenkai buffers off rip, for example, a purple God Key unit is gonna be insane off rip, especially if they're Saiyan. Guaranteed. They've got like 5 Zenkai buffs off rip. That's insane. So they're gonna look a lot better than the other units that might not have Zenkai buffs. For example, Ultra Super VEGITO, he doesn't have good Zenkai buffs, like nothing you can really stick on him. So they really just like cuck some units based on what element they are. I'll be for real. But yeah, Fusion Warriors, I'm hoping Ultra VEGITO is really cracked. If he's red, he has 2 good units to have, because I'm saving for him more than anything else. I'm still going to summon for any Fusion Warrior that drops, and the big thing that's holding me back, like I already mentioned, is the fact that I summon for content. But again, content's content, man. So as long as I can get them early so I don't have to go too deep, like I'm not trying to go into debt chasing a unit for content. I put a limit on myself. I don't go over 13k, but that would set me back a lot. Honestly. But it's enough. I think it's reasonable. I usually get every ultra within the first 13k, and legend limit is usually less, but again, it depends on my luck. But yeah, hopefully UVB is red. Hopefully he's the best looking Ultra in the game. His animation's beautiful, nothing bad with him, nothing reused. It might look similar to something else like Kyle Ken, for example. I could see it, but again, it is what it is regardless. I'm gonna be happy. Let me know how you guys will feel, man. But yeah, that's going to be the end of the video. Let me know where you are with your chrono crystals. How much do you have right now? I feel like that's a big thing to talk about. How many chrono crystals do you have right now, given that this video is about saving? Are you looking forward to the anniversary? I'm sure I am. But of course, keep in mind that Ultra VEGITO Blue isn't guaranteed. Even though I'm pushing it as if he is, he's not guaranteed. It's just a unit that I really want, and it doesn't make sense for them to not give us a VEGITO of some way, shape or form, given that we've got VEGITO first, second, third and fourth anniversary, SV, VB, VB, the 1% sparking, and then we got Ultra Super VEGITO. So we need to re-up, Press the subscribe button, man. We're on this grind to 50,000 subscribers. I'm gonna leave the video like that, man. I appreciate you guys for watching. My name is Zakashi, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one, man.